Perhaps because of its geographic location at the very ends of the earth, Australia has always lived with some sense of vulnerability. And it's always looked for a big friend. For many years it was Britain, and then when the British Empire collapsed, it was the United States. But there are some people now in Australia who are starting to argue that the alliance with the United States has become a liability because it threatens to entangle Australia in America's conflicts, and in particular, the potential for conflict between the United States and China. Former Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Fraser has just written a book in which he argues that Australia should completely cut off, end the alliance with the US, throw the US Marines out of Darwin, close down an American spy base in the country and go it alone. That's very much a minority view in Australia. The alliance with the US is deeply popular, and there's a good deal of suspicion about China. Australia, like many other countries in Asia, is torn. It needs China for its markets. In fact, Australia is unusually reliant on China. 36% of all exports from Australia last year went to China. The number one item is iron ore, which China turns into steel to build its cities of the future. It's an awkward position, uncomfortable for Australia, but that is the reality of living in a region where countries are dependent on China for their prosperity, but don't quite trust the country's military intentions.